Welcome back, everybody, to round 4 of 4 for your hot Tuesday night Modern action. We've got a decent one here. Vince Williams back representing the Bant Eldrazi versus Logan Reinhardt in his undefeated Black-Red Hollowed One deck. Pretty interesting. Before we get into this, and I apologize for cutting you off there.
No, you don't.
I want to point out that in chat we have a comment, Rhino is the single best creature ever in Magic, from Chris Hutchinson, 1984. Chris, you're wrong. Go on.
Now that we have that straightened out.
It was important to straighten. What have you done? You've just made a mess of things over here.
Yeah, I made a little mess. I was tearing a piece of packaging apart as a therapeutic tick.
Yeah. I can't imagine what you need therapy for.
You've known me long enough that you can imagine several things.
How many of them are the abuse you've taken on the stream tonight?
Tonight, specifically, 0. The abuse that you've done.
Let's open it up, then.
All the abuse you've given me lifetime.
Yeah.
Well, I do have an eye disease that we're not entirely disconnected from you repeatedly firing objects at me.
It. There's a Nerf disc. Here's a turn 1 Flameblade Adept, which gets better every time I read it.
Yeah, that card is one of those cards that keeps gaining text. Oh, we're gonna untap into this Ancient Stirrings.
Yeah.
Vince is completely uninterested.
Yeah, when my opponent Ancient Stirrings and like lays out their 5 cards and like stares at it for a minute, I'm just like, get over your fucking self. Untap, play my land. Here we go.
Yeah, Cathartic Reunion.
Yeah.
Here it comes.
Don't need to think about this one.
Cycle my Street Wraith Hollowed One for free. Call it even.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Well,
how about a Burning Inquiry?
Burning Inquiry it is. We're all going to draw 3, and we're all going to discard 3.
The old draw 3, discard 3. This really can wreck an Eldrazi, Bant Eldrazi hand. Because so much of their play is based on sequencing.
Right. And their deck is technically kind of threat light. So, holy smokes. Vince has so many cards in his hand.
Those 3. Oh, well, he got the threat part of his hand.
Yeah, and I think only 1 land went to the bin. That's pretty good.
Is that an Eldrazi Mimic, or is that the promo Drowner Hope? I can't tell.
It might be the Eldrazi Mimic. Was there a promo Drowner of Hope?
Yeah.
Didn't know that.
It was a Mimic.
Thank you, Spotter Monkey. Who's a good Spotter Monkey?
Cavern of Souls turn 2. No Eldrazi Temple. That's pretty rough.
Yeah, that's definitely a card you want. You probably had the, like you said, sequencing pretty critical. So we had the Mimic on 2.
Yep.
And missed. So here's draw 2, discard 2.
Draws 2 lands. That's rough.
That's fine. I mean, not drawing them next turn. Oh man, so close that Phoenix could come back if the Jackal had 1 more power. Lots of Jackals on the stream tonight.
Yeah, it's been a Jackal kind of night.
Which is great. Glad to see some newer cards seeing their day in the sun in Modern. Makes Modern interesting.
We have a user named The Okapi who is correcting me that there is not a promo Drowner, just the dual deck Drowner.
Oh, does that have different art? A copy? The dual deck one?
I believe we saw it last round.
I'm just thinking. I'm always hunting blue creatures of promo variety. I think I would extend it to dual deck creatures for the purpose of getting more blue creatures.
Oh, sure.
Alright, here's Eldrazi Mimic. Uncounterable.
The Okapi says it did have different art, and it looks nice.
Oh, okay. I'm imagining...
Stuff that in your pipe and smoke it, Spider Monkey.
See, I can't...
There's wrong information. Yeah, it's...
I don't know who this person is,
It's a strange distinction. Not strange. It's a distinction that most sites won't make between, like, the promos and the dual decks.
Correct. Yeah, it's really up to the user whether they want to consider the dual deck a promo.
Either way.
What is this card?
So we're paying the madness cost on this spell, which basically just turns into a free raised dead.
Oh, okay. That's interesting.
Big Bear thinks it's a matter reshaper. I don't know what that means. So we were having this debate in round one before we were able to... Here's your madness raised dead. Before you guys could hear us, that the matter reshaper sounds impressive because being able to reshape matter would indeed be impressive. But the only matter he can actually reshape is himself.
Still impressive. Because he can reshape it into almost anything in your deck.
Okay.
And if he doesn't reshape it into actual matter, he reshapes it into a spell. Which goes to your hand. You now know a new spell because of...
Well, if you haven't seen Bant Eldrazi in a while, you weren't paying attention here because we had it on round one. But I don't blame you.
Yeah, that's alright that you you came by late. We'll keep putting the Eldrazi on the camera as much as I possibly can.
Yeah, I would typically tend to avoid it. Mostly because they usually come in the Tron variety.
Yeah, I know you're unwilling to put up with any type of Troning.
Not unwilling, but I don't like it. No, sir, I don't like it.
Here's a 2/2 Death Shadow.
Yeah, that 2/2 isn't going to be impressive, but it does kind of stop Vince from attacking with his matter reshaper because a 5/5 is much more impressive.
I would 1000% attack with this matter reshaper.
Oh, would you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, he's coming.
And twice on Tuesday.
Twice on Tuesday. Well, it's Tuesday, so let's see how many times he attacks.
Yeah.
Mark Confidant says he can get behind the dislike of Tron lands. I think it's a popular opinion. I think it's a very divisive opinion. I'll say that. There's nobody that's like, Tron lands, take them or leave them.
I'm very much like that.
People either love him like my glorious co-host Taylor.
I don't.
And have like framed arts.
No.
Of like all the different arts of Tron lands.
No, that is.
Or
not
they hate
the
him like
case.
me. So this Ancient Stirrings looks like it's going to yield a Drowner of Hope. Might be balking on that Drowner. Drowner of Hope.
Yeah, you had an option at a Spellskite.
Yeah, that just doesn't seem impressive in this matchup. What also doesn't seem impressive in this matchup is the explosiveness of Logan's deck. We had him on last week, and it was the same thing where he just did not really get one of those explosive starts.
That's what you want to see, man. I want to see him do things.
I don't think we've seen a hollowed one in any of his matches. That's wrong. We saw it once, I'm pretty sure. Union Private says you either hate Tron or you're wrong.
It sounds like you and he need to go get a beer and start a little anti-Tron club.
There already is one.
Is there?
Oh, yeah. We meet on Tuesdays. In this chat.
I wonder how many active DCI numbers you would have to get signed onto a petition before Wizards like seriously was like, okay.
that's a slippery slope. I don't think
To petition to ban cards?
that Wizards would recognize a petition to ban cards. Because then you could have a position like, I would say 80% of people that play Modern were like, yeah, unban Jace, that'd be sweet. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just not healthy. Like, people aren't making decisions for the health of the format. They're making decisions based on what they'd like to see.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to block.
Block. Block.
Block.
Block.
Block with the Matter Reshaper.
Block, block, block.
I can't imagine how wrong he is right now. Holy smokes, I wanted to block so bad there.
Bolt your Displacer. Looks like he was fishing for a double block there. Heads up play by Vince.
No, I would have single blocked. I would have literally... I just want my Matter Reshaper to die.
Tron Beetle says, even people who play Tron hate Tron.
Yeah, it is honestly tilting to be playing Tron until I go up against the bigger Tron deck.
Yeah.
Like I play Eldrazi Tron, and when I play against Blue Tron, you're just like, oh, well, this deck sucks against everything else but me, so I guess you win.
Yeah, Tron lands just need to go. They do something that's not intended in the game. Or just reprint Soul Ring. Easy peasy. Modern Soul Ring. Let's go.
Jeez. What if it was Soul Ring, but it made 1 mana?
Nope. Soul Ring makes 2. Let's go.
No,
We're competing with Tron lands here. If it only made 1, then I can't produce 7 mana on turn 3.
Alright, let's see what we got here.
Here's a burning inquiry.
Logan's at 6. He's going to burn, baby, burn.
Burn, baby, burn.
Burn.
Disco Inferno. Burn, baby, burn.
I would not be looking at these.
Yeah, you definitely... Whenever you have an effect like this, you don't look at the cards you draw. You just put them in a pile, spread them out. Like, here we go.
Alright.
You get these 3. Or you don't get these 3, rather.
Alright. So what I would do is I would let Logan attack here. Block the Death Shadow with one of my Scions.
Yeah.
If he attacked with both.
Well,
And that way you have... That way...
kind of has to attack with both, right?
Well, no, you have a... he's got a card in hand.
Logan does?
Oh, now we're... Okay.
Yeah, I think we're just all in here. And it's not a great position to be in.
No, now you just sacrifice both the Scions to the Drowner.
Yeah.
And that gets Logan dead and you alive.
Gets Logan dead. Fetching, going to 5. Going through some strange motions here.
Got the Montagna.
Maybe he does have 1 card in hand and it's a Lightning Bolt or something. Oh no, we're getting a birdie. Okay.
Alright.
So now he gets to enter combat and just not attack with anything if he wants.
Well, no, the bird is required to.
Oh, well, that doesn't help.
So he's going to deal Vince 4.
Here's the bird. I don't think he's going to deal Vince 4. I think he's going to deal him 2. Down to 7, and that's game.
Yep. Interesting. Still would have blocked with the Matter Reshaper.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of just getting that guy into combat, letting him rumble.
Letting him rumble.
So
Rumble in the jungle.
Vince ought to bring in any more. I don't know if he has paths in his main deck, but normally there's paths in the main deck.
We saw one that game, so yeah, I would assume they're in the main deck.
Okay, so I would bring in Blessed Alliances if I had them.
Okay, I can get behind that.
And some of these decks play Engineered Explosives.
Yeah, I'm not a fan.
Of which I would be like I'd be a buyer at like 1 or 2 of them.
I don't want against this deck.
Well, it's a lot of 1s.
Flame Blade Adept.
Death Shadow.
Sure. So 2 1s.
Right.
1 2. 1 3.
A 5.
A 5. Not getting to that one.
Not getting to the 5.
Yeah, I just don't think there's enough overlap for Eldrazi or for Engineering Explosives to really shine here.
Yeah, so a gentle sideboarding of a couple of Blessed Alliances probably go a long way.
Logan, I think this deck has access to Blood Moons on the side, and I think he wants it.
Yes.
Yeah.
If Vince doesn't know that that's coming, it can be very bad. But if you know Blood Moon exists, normally you have a package of a forest, of plains, and an island. Sometimes 2 forests. So you can play around a little bit.
You know what I think we should do?
What should we do? Tell me.
I think we should have I don't know how I'd do this, but take donations to buy pizza for R&D, like they did with the ban top.
Yeah.
Except it's to ban Tron.
Yeah.
And
we should just send them different food every day.
Yeah, different food every day. To ban Tron, except we'd have to have like a better message than just ban Tron. I think we'd want like Tron does something that shouldn't exist in Modern or something like that.
Interesting.
I wonder how many pizzas it would take. Screw a petition. How many pizzas does it take to ban a card in Modern?
I mean, so say you got, let's see, if you take weekends off, there's what, like 250 work days in a year or something? Like
260.
Is it 260?
Well, 52 times 5. But yeah, you get holidays, whatever. So yeah, sure, 250.
So if you got 250 people together, I would be one of them.
Yeah.
For sending a pizza to
R&D
every day.
Every day for a year. Yeah.
I'd buy in on that. I'd put my $13 down.
How many people can we get in? We'll have to ask some people that are from that area what like a good pizza joint is around there that would actually deliver.
Yeah, and 1 pizza every day.
Yeah, 1 pizza every day.
And I'll bet you we could get that if we said, hey, listen, we want to buy 1 pizza every day to this place.
Mm-hmm.
What do you sell us? 1? You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
You would probably get a deal.
Oh yeah.
Because they're not going to charge you full price on it.
No, they won't. They won't charge you full price. And they'd probably, if you tell them that you're going to do 1 a day, they would probably be more willing to write stuff on the inside of the box.
Yeah.
So we only need like 250 people to do this.
Yeah, it's really not that many.
Well, you heard it here first, folks.
Yeah, gather your friends.
Yeah, we'll get a...
Do you want to start the Facebook group, or do you want me to?
We'll start something with the Top Deck Facebook group.
Yes. Oh man, and we're gonna do it. Love your friends at Top Deck Productions.
Yeah.
I'm in for 1/250th of this.
I'm also in for 1/250th of this.
All right, so we only need 248 more people.
There are a lot of Tron players in this, or there are a lot of Jund players in the store.
Oh,
that
we
would
could
be
get
very
10.
much
We
in.
could get 10 out of the store, no problem. I'm in just for the sheer fact I want to see if it can be done.
Oh yeah. I don't think increasing the number of pizzas per day is going to make it any faster, Spider Monkey.
No, it's the fact that it's happening every day.
It's the slow burn.
Yeah, it's the super slow burn.
Yeah, no, not per person. You're going to have hard enough finding random people to
donate a pizza.
Yeah. Donate 3 pizzas. We're not sending them hot and readies, all right?
No. We're sending them a good pizza.
It's going to be a decent pie.
It's gonna be a pizza to the point at which somebody's gonna be like, "Oh, I forgot my lunch. Oh, I'll just eat the pizza."
Right.
It's coming, the Tron pizza.
I'll just eat the Tron pizza.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like it's a guaranteed. They'll just be reminded every day of how much people don't like Tron.
Yeah.
What it really needs to happen is Tron needs to win the Pro Tour, and then they'll ban it.
I don't know, man.
When is the Pro Tour?
When isn't the Pro Tour?
Well, the modern Pro Tour's coming up.
I understand. After the next set comes out, so sometime in February, I'd assume. I don't think they're delaying it like they did with Ixalan.
Thought I would like that. I don't.
Did not like it at all.
Did not. The Pro Tour was very stale.
Yeah.
Predictable. I really like it. I mean, I almost wish there was Pro Tour pre-release, where you just had like.
You got to give teams time to prepare, otherwise it's just bedlam.
No, it's super easy. Friday, you run all the drafts, and you send everybody home Friday night with a 4 set of the set. Like, here's your thanks for coming to play on the Pro Tour.
Yeah, thanks for coming to play on the Pro Tour. Here's the set. By the way, you have an hour to build. Let's go.
No, you have all night to build.
Are you anticipating people not sleeping? Or just having their team stay up all night, like playtesting for them?
Yeah.
Man.
Or just like, so say you take 3 losses early on. You're like, okay, well, I can drop out and playtest the standard environment.
Sure. February 2nd to the 4th is the Pro Tour.
Oh, nice. Banging in. Huge fan of a Rumbling Matter Reshaper. Looks like Vince has brought in the Blessed Alliance. I see one in his hand. Here's another Ancient Stirrings. Let's find some Lando Calrissians here.
Definitely need some lands here. There's a good one.
Yeah, let's put him at 5 lands so he could. So he can either Thought-Knot Seer now. I see Reality Smasher next turn. So both of those are excellent plays.
No play now.
We're
Logan needs a nice one right now, though.
Spotter Mug, you need to calm down. We're going to talk to our fearless leader, Daniel Nelson, and we're going to get this thing underway.
We'd want to start it with the first of the year, or probably the second of the year, because I doubt they work on New Year's Day.
Correct. Yeah, 2018, the year of the Tron ban.
The year of the butt.
Was it 2016, the year of the butt?
It was 2017. This year was the year of the butt.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
It was the year of the sideboard for me.
Oh.
I did learn a lot. I feel very confident in my sideboarding.
Do you?
Since focusing on it for a year.
Okay.
Yeah.
I usually feel pretty good about sideboarding. I don't know if I've got less confident this year because I know more and realize how little I actually knew.
Yeah, Magic's definitely one of those things.
Yeah.
Like the closer you get to complete clarity, the further you get from complete clarity.
You do not want to mic up the spider monkey.
No, I have a thought.
First off, it's the spotter monkey because he's a spotter.
Yeah,
but he does look like a spider monkey, so
he does.
That works too.
He's a very Rayleigh kind of thin and nimble child. He's in fact exactly the kind of kid I would send down a mine. if I were a 1930s coal baron,
you would send the spotter monkey to go spotting in the mine.
Absolutely.
Looking for those veins of coal. In terms of reading the comments, yeah, I read the comments, not always in like a timely fashion.
Yeah, we try and keep the game on most of the time. So Vince made the predicted Reality Smasher, and here is
a Thoughtseize.
Thoughtseize from Logan.
Down to 3.
Vince needs a lot. He needs to untap next turn real bad because this Blessed Alliance is going to be a big deal.
Well, if he untaps, he's probably going to win.
Yeah.
Taking the path.
So if Vince draws any land, he gets to... Okay, so yeah, the Death Shadow.
So Death Shadow is going to do a pretty good job here of stonewalling this Reality Smasher.
Yep.
Do you even swing with Reality Smasher this turn?
No, you hold him back. Because my blocks are going to look like Reality Smasher on the
Flame Blade? Oh, here's the path.
Oh, the path off the top.
Yikes. Well, that'll do it. So Vince takes it down 2-0. Logan, yet again, does not do what the deck wants to do, and I guess that's just kind of the theme of tonight is play these decks with big dumb idiots because you're not going to draw your combo.
Right.
And that'll do it for tonight. I had a fun night.
Yeah, we came up with I think that's $1 million idea.
I don't think we're going to make any money off of it, but I think the idea itself is worth $1 million, so I'll give it to you. If you haven't already, go back and listen to us do commentary on Saturday for the standard PPTQ. I know standard might not be everybody's cup of tea, but man, we had a fun time doing that too.
I loved it. I can't wait to do more.
9 hours
in the
of
future.
commentary on standard, and standard's in a good place right now. It's a surprisingly good place, and I like it.
Yeah, I wouldn't say for a modern player. Here's how I would characterize standard. The deck diversity isn't really there. Like a lot of the decks look like each other.
Right.
But the gameplay inside each game is very, very deep, depending on the minor choices you've made in your deck.
Correct. There's a lot of choices and meta choices, and all of these affect gameplay significantly. It's very interesting.
Yeah.
But we also were treated to a couple of sweet standard brews last Saturday. That was exciting.
Yeah, there was a great one that made top 8.
Yeah, there's a Grixis Vehicles deck.
Yeah.
Very cool.
That's a super, super interesting.
And also we have all the deck lists posted if you're interested in getting into standard and wanted to see some ideas. But that'll do it for us tonight. You have anything to add? No? Perfect.
Nope.
See you guys next week.
Tuesday, 6:30 Eastern Standard Time.
Bye.